Hey guys, this is Trenchy here, back again to bring you another video, and this time we are doing the next installment of 20 for 2020 by the Horror Man Joe and Horrific Nightmares JM, aka Jason. And this time we are doing top 20 horror movies of the early 2000s, that is 2000 through 2009. Simple rules. One, can't pick movies from the same franchise. And two, um, no, no honorable mentions. Where's my pencil? Okay, so, coming in at number 20, we have the original Saw. I didn't get the years for this one. I know you usually have the years. I'm sorry. Um, we have the original Saw. I like Saw. The first Saw is probably the best Saw for me. I didn't really watch the other ones as a kid. I got freaked out by the needle scene in 2 and stopped. So I haven't really returned to the Saw films. I think I will one of these days, but the first Saw is fucking really good. It's very much a mystery, has a really good twist at the end, and it's just a really cool movie. It's really well done. So yeah, so at number 20, capping off my list is Saw. Number 19 is the Children of the Corn reboot. I really like what they did with this reboot. The same director did it because he knew King didn't like the first one, and he used real children this time, and they fixed Malachi. Malachi is way more intimidating in this film than he is in the original. Isaac, I prefer the original Isaac, but in this one I prefer Malachi. I think Malachi is amazing in this one. Um, and this one has the balls to kill a child, man. It kills a little child, and he's not even like one of the cult children. He's like, he is, but he's like an innocent cult child. He's like a little kid, and he's very innocent. And our main character, Bert, like slits his throat, and it's like fucking brutal as fuck. So yeah, that's number 19, Children of the Corn reboot, man. Number 18 is Coraline. This is a very good horror movie. Yes, it's aimed towards children, but there's nothing really about it that specifically makes this a kids movie. If this was live action, this would have been fucked, man. This is from the mind of Neil Gaiman. This is a really dark tale of this monster who lures children in with fantasies of their dreams and then eats them and traps their souls. It's really fucked. And I thought it deserved to be on the list. So number 18 is Coraline. I really like Coraline. I dig the shit. And the animation, the claymation is fucking awesome. It adds to the creepiness and the atmosphere of the film. Uh, Coming in at number 17 is Final Destination. I decided to go with the original. I prefer the sequel, but I decided to give the original credit on this one because it did start it all. And this fucking good film. Really good deaths. Death being the actual killer is creepy because actually having Death actively hunt you is just disturbing in itself. You have great characters here with Ali Larder as Claire and Devon Sawa as the main dude. Forgot his name. And yeah, this is a really good movie. So yeah, number 17 is Final Destination. Number 16 is An American Haunting. Um, I really like this movie. It's based off the Bell Witch hauntings. Malcolm McDowell, I believe, is in it. I believe that it's either Malcolm McDowell or Donald Sutherland. I think it's Donald Sutherland actually. Um, this is very creepy ghost story. I've always enjoyed this one. I've always really liked this one. I really like that it's based off a true story. I really like it's about the ghost that actually killed someone, that actually took someone out. And yeah, it's really good. So yeah, number 16 is An American Haunting. Number 15 is Pulse. the remake of the Japanese version. I enjoyed this remake. I know a lot of people didn't like it. It's about the dead coming for people's technology to kill them and have them commit suicide and stuff. I really think that's very much more relevant now than it was back then, with all the technology boost and shit, especially like, hey, what I'm doing right now. And yeah, Pulse is just a really good one. I really fucking enjoyed this film. Christian Bell and Christina Milani are also in it, and you know, you got some eye candy in there for you. And Christian Bell is a really good actress. And some holders in it for the girls. He's not in it long that I remember, but he's in it. So yeah, so that was number 15, Pulse. Coming in at number 14 is Wolf Creek. Mick Taylor. This took this like takes the slasher genre and throws it on its head. It adds in its own rules. Mick Taylor's a great antagonist, great villain, very much a horror icon, and just how he comes in and he's like all being cool with him and shit, and then he turns into this like brutal fucking killer. Turns out to be fucking cutting people's fingers off and shit like they're hot dogs. I always think of hot dogs when I see that scene. But yeah, fucking Wolf Creek, man. You can't go wrong with it. And that was my number 14, Wolf Creek. Coming in at number 13 is Red Dragon. I actually prefer to Silver Silence of the Lambs. I'm not a huge fan of Silence of the Lambs, but I love Red Dragon. We have a very cool killer in here who's like taking people's skin and shit. He's like doing some crazy ass shit, and he ends up dating a blind woman, which is very disturbing. You got Edward Norton trying to figure it out, and he's teamed up with Lecter, and Lecter's in his cage. Lecter's in like this weird fucking cage where he can walk around and he's tied to a chain. It's weird. Uh, but yeah, Lecter is actually pretty dangerous from prison in this one. He blows up Edward Norton's house from inside prison. Which I like that. I like that it actually shows how much Lecter's reach is. That even when he's locked up, he can still hurt you. And I really enjoy that. So yeah, Red Dragon, man. And that was my number 13. My number 12 is Lake Mungo. I really enjoy Lake Mungo. It's kind of a found footage mockumentary film. About these people's daughter die and then their ghost is like haunting them. This has a lot of twists and turns in it, and I think it does what Heredity kind of was trying to do, but it does it right. This one really hits me. I really enjoy this fucking film. It hits me in the emotional side. It hits me in the horror side. It's actually disturbing, and it's very very well done. Just an amazing film, and that is Lake Mungo, and that was my number 12. Coming in at number 11 is Dog Soldiers, man. So yeah, this is about a bunch of like British military guys, you know, regular Joes who are fresh in the military, dealing with werewolves, and it's fucking awesome. You know, I'm down for any werewolf movies. Sadly, I hadn't seen any in the 2020s, or they definitely would have been on the list. I started Wolf Cop though; it's really good. But I love fucking Dog Soldiers. I like that the werewolves are played by ballerinas and like dancers and shit, so they move like very gracefully. I just love the way the wolves move in this film. I love the violence of this film. I just love this fucking film. Um, it's kind of like Predator, but with werewolves. Oh, it is really good. I really like Dog Soldiers, and that was my number 11. Coming in at number 10 is the Hills Have Eyes remake. This is a very fucking good remake. I saw the sequel as a kid too, and I really liked it. But I haven't seen it in a while, so I can't really tell if I still. I know I used to like it more than the original, but I can't tell if I still like it more than the original. But the Hills Have Eyes remake is fucking badass as hell. I like that how they're actually mutated this time from like a nuclear waste or nuclear bomb, I think it was. The monsters are mutated. The kills in this are really good. I especially like it when he impales the one dude through the throat with the American flag. Uh, that's just badass, man. And it made sense in the situation. And this is just a very well done reboot. Very well done reboot. Um, I fucking love it. And yeah, my number 10 is the Hills Have Eyes reboot. Coming in at number 9 is Sweeney Todd, the Demon Baba of Fleet Street. A fucking horror musical, but done fucking right. This is probably one of Johnny Depp's best performances. This is an amazing slasher. Has some really good twists in it. Lots of good blood, lots of good violence. Very good story, very compelling story. And this is just a very all around just great movie, man. Great fucking movie. Everybody gives a good performance, especially Johnny Depp. Best of his career. And it's just fucking amazing. So yeah, at my number 9, I believe, yeah. At my number 9, Sweeney Todd, Demon Barber of Fleet Street. Coming in at number 8 is The Descent. This movie's just brutal as fuck, man. We have a powerful opening. We have, when they get in the cave, we have a very claustrophobic vibe going for it. And very much, the monsters don't show up to, like, mostly almost halfway through the movie. Maybe even a little bit more than that. But before that, it's just them trying to survive in this fucking cave, and they have challenges and shit. And it's just a great survival horror movie of them just trying to survive this cave that they stumbled into, this cave that they decided to explore, and now they're having trouble in there. And then when the monsters show up, it just gets 10 times better, 10 times more brutal. Our women are badass as fuck. So, 2 women in this movie are just specifically badass, and they just, whoa. They just, whoa, man. They take these monsters to school. I love the monsters in this. One of the best creature features, probably would make my top 20 list for that. It's amazing, man. The descent is just brutal, and that's my number 9. Or no, that's my number 8. Is The Descent. So coming in at number 7 is the Texas Chainsaw Massacre: The Beginning. I love The Beginning. It's my favorite in the franchise. I even like it over the original. What really makes this movie is Arlie fucking Ermy. I love his character. I've always loved the side characters around Leatherface always more. I'm sorry, I do like Leatherface, but I always liked the family members more. I always came back for the family members, see which new people would be around him this time. And this is one of my favorite addition of that. Arlie Ermey's character is just fun. He's fucking crazy. He's fucking in good form. I love it when they use the fat chick as a shield to block the door. Very good violence. Very all around. Just a very fun, very good film. I love this fucking movie. Like I said, it's my favorite in the Texas Chainsaw Massacre franchise. And that is Texas Chainsaw Massacre: The Beginning. And that would be my number 7. Okay. So coming in at number 6 is Devil's Rejects. Now, I love that a lot of people are picking House. I love that, because I do love House, and I think House is very underrated. A lot of people that haven't seen the franchise don't even know House is a part of the franchise. They just see Devils and Free from Hell. They don't even know House is a part of it. They don't know what House is. So I'm glad people are picking that. But I gotta go with Rejects for 2 reasons. 1, the chicken fucker scene is fucking amazing. Okay, actually 3 reasons. The chicken fucker scene is amazing and hilarious. 2, that ending scene is probably one of the best scenes in cinema ever. And one of the best scenes incorporating music ever. That was a fucking amazing scene. I could watch that scene over and over and over again. And it's fucking amazing. And to end it off, We get more Captain Spaulding. We get more Spaulding, man. We get more Spaulding with the family. We get to see him interact with Otis and Baby, and it's just great. And Tiny kills someone. That's another one. Tiny kills someone. So yeah, fuck yeah. And that's my number. What was it? Number 6. That was my number 6. Devil's Rejects, man. Fuck yeah. Coming in at number 5 is Freddy vs. Jason. This movie is very sentimental to me. I know it's not a perfect movie, but this is one of the reasons I got into horror. I think this is one of my first or second Jason movies I have ever seen. It was either this or Friday the 13th Part 2 was my first. Um, I really love this movie because when I was watching as a kid, I was really into wrestling. What is this movie at the end? It's wrestling with knives. It's great to see Freddy and Jason go at it, and it's very fun to see the two different styles. You got Freddy, who's really the fast one. He can do like really fast moves, and he's a thinker. He sets up traps for Jason. He impales him with pipes. He shoots rockets at him, or whatever, the gas tanks at him, like missiles. And Jason's like a fucking tank. He just takes all the damage. He sits there. He takes all the damage. Takes his time. Takes it. But when it's time to dish it out, man, he rags Freddy. He rags Freddy like a rag doll. Throws him around. Throws him through windows like... It's just amazing. I don't even mind our teenagers either in our cast that we deal with throughout the movie. They're fine. I don't mind them at all. I think they're okay, you know, and it works. And this is just an awesome film. So yeah, coming in at number 5 is Freddy vs. Jason. It's amazing. Has its problems, but it's still amazing. Number 4 is Let the Right One In. Just a great vampire film from Sweden. I believe it's from Sweden. It's definitely a foreign film. I love that it's kind of a coming of age friendship story, but one of them's a vampire. And this is just really well done. The effects are really well done. I like it when she's climbing up the wall. It's so creepy, very gothic vibe to it. It's just a very good movie. So yeah, number 4, Let the Right One In. Now, I was having a hard time with these next 2 spots, 3 and 2. They kept changing places, but now I think I think this is where it's gonna stay for a while. And at number 3 is Trick or Treat. Very great anthology film. Probably my second favorite anthology film of all time. You can probably guess my first. Trick or Treat's amazing. You got Sam, who's definitely an horror icon. After just one movie, we're still waiting on a second one from him, but definitely still a horror icon in his own right. You have some great stories here. You got a serial killer story. You have a story of kids dealing with ghost children. Got a story of an old guy dealing with Sam, old curmudgeony guy. And my favorite story, you got Anna Paquin as a werewolf. I used to have a crush as Anna Paquin as a kid. And I still think she's a fine actress. And yeah, it was great seeing her play a fucking werewolf because I love werewolves and I'm a big fan of Anna Paquin. So that was just awesome. Yeah, this is just a very well done anthology, very Halloweeny. It gets you really in the Halloween vibes. So yeah, Trick or Treat is my number 3. My number 2 is American Psycho. I didn't really appreciate this film when I first watched it as a kid, but I've been watching it quite a lot lately. And every time I watch it, it just gets better, better, and better. This is an amazing fucking film. This is almost a perfect film. Christian Bale's performance is fucking amazing. Everybody's performance is really good, but Christian Bale's is just amazing in this, and this movie's just damn. It's just damn, just what it does. It really messes with your mind. It really makes you think, and in the end, we never find out what's really going on, and that's what I like about it, because I think what it's trying to say is we all try to understand crazy people. We're all trying to figure out, why did the psychopath do what he did? Why did the crazy person do what he did? Well, you can't figure out a crazy person, because they don't even understand themselves. Patrick doesn't understand himself. So how can you figure out someone that's crazy using logic when crazy people don't use logic? Crazy is the opposite of logic. How can you use logic to understand non-logic? How can you figure out what a crazy person is thinking when you're not crazy? Hell, they don't even know why they're doing what they're doing. They can't even figure it out. So how can we? And it's also a parody of Wall Street. This is just an amazing film. And my number one is my favorite werewolf film of all time, Ginger Snaps. I love Ginger Snaps. Catherine Isabella and shit, who's the other one? Fuck, Bridget Fitzgerald. No, that their characters are Fitzgerald. It's Bridget, or no, it's Emily Kemper, right? It's Emily. Is it Emily Kemper? Something with a K. Um, but those two actresses do very well. I love how they take the werewolfism and make it an analogy for puberty. Um, I really enjoyed that. I really enjoyed the transformation in this film. It's very subtle, and I like how she slowly turns into the wolf. The kills are amazing. You got McKinley from Final Destination 3. He's also in this movie. Just a really good cast, a really fun group of characters, and just a really awesome, badass werewolf film. So yeah, guys, that is my list. I hope you enjoyed. Thank you, Jason Joe, for making a great series like this. I will. Next theme should be awesome. I will definitely try to do that one. I hope you guys have a good day. Stay frosty. This is Crunchy.